Most people think confidence is about speaking louder, smiling wider, or pretending to be fearless. They're wrong. What you call confidence is often a cheap disguise. Arrogance, bravado, or the fragile mask of someone desperate to be noticed. True confidence, dark, unshakable, untouchable, exists on a spectrum, a hierarchy, and whether you like it or not, you're somewhere on it. Some remain trapped in silence, their voices swallowed by fear. Others climb higher, learning tricks of posture and persuasion. But a rare few, at the very top, become untouchable. They radiate presence so powerful, it bends the will of others without a single word. This is not the confidence you see in self-help books or Instagram influencers. This is confidence as power, as strategy, as a weapon. Today you will confront the 7 levels of confidence, from the timid shadows to the godlike calm of the untouchable. The question is not whether you want to rise. The real question is, will you survive the climb? Level 1. The invisible. At the bottom, confidence does not exist. This is the world of the invisible, those who shrink into the background, who speak with hesitation, who apologize for their own existence before they even open their mouths. Their body betrays them, slouched shoulders, wandering eyes, nervous fidgets. They seek permission, not respect. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. Years of rejection, criticism, or neglect condition them into believing their voice has no weight. They censor themselves before the world has a chance to. Machiavelli would call them pawns. Expendable, replaceable, forgotten. And history does not remember the invisible. If you see yourself here, understand. This level is not permanent, but it is deadly. Stay here too long and you will live and die without ever being heard. Level 2. The masked. Those who rise above invisibility do not yet become powerful. They become actors. The masked learn the outer gestures of confidence. They mimic what they've seen. The forced smile, the handshake that lingers too long, the loud laugh meant to drown insecurity. It works, but only on the surface. Psychologists call this compensatory confidence. A defense mechanism, not true strength. The masked are addicted to external approval. Compliments fuel them. Silence destroys them. Behind every joke and every pose hides a fragile ego, terrified of being exposed. Think of a soldier wearing armor made of glass. It looks solid until the first strike. This is where many influencers, salesmen, and even leaders remain. Loud on the outside, hollow on the inside. Better than being invisible, yes, but still chained. Level 3. The skilled. At this level, confidence begins to grow roots. The skilled build it through competence. A musician who can silence a room with a single note. A lawyer who dominates a courtroom with arguments sharpened by years of practice. A fighter who enters the ring knowing his fists speak louder than fear. Here, confidence is not a mask. It is the natural byproduct of mastery. You no longer need to fake calm because you trust your preparation. The Roman general Julius Caesar once said, "Experience is the teacher of all things." His soldiers followed him into impossible battles not because he was the loudest, but because he had proven, time after time, that he could lead them to victory. The skilled know. Real confidence does not come from affirmations, it comes from proof. But mastery in one field is not enough to conquer life as a whole. The skilled risk becoming specialists who shine only under certain lights. Outside of their domain, they often crumble back into insecurity. Level 4. The grounded. Here confidence detaches from skill alone. The grounded are not just good at something, they are good with themselves. They walk with calm, not arrogance. Their voice does not tremble, but neither does it shout. They are steady, centered, anchored in self-acceptance. This level aligns with what psychologists call secure self-esteem. It is no longer reactive, no longer dependent on applause or validation. Failures sting, yes, but they do not shatter. Success pleases, but it does not intoxicate. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor. Surrounded by betrayal, war, and plague, he remained calm. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The grounded command respect not through tricks but through presence. They are the rare individuals who make you feel safe, simply by existing. Yet this stability is still human. It can falter under extreme pressure, manipulation, or betrayal, which brings us higher. Level 5, the challenger. Confidence at this stage transforms from defense into offense. The challenger does not merely accept themselves, they project themselves. They enter rooms with intention, they test boundaries, negotiate boldly, confront injustice, and refuse to bow. Psychologists connect this with assertive confidence. It is the balance between aggression and passivity. The challenger says no without guilt, and yes without hesitation. History remembers Alexander the Great, who, as a teenager, tamed the wild horse Bucephalus when every warrior had failed. His words were simple: "The horse is not wild, it is misunderstood." That moment marked him as someone who could see beyond fear and act decisively. The challenger's energy is magnetic. They attract allies, intimidate rivals, and disturb the comfortable. Yet their danger lies in overreach. Push too far, and assertion turns to arrogance. Misstep, and confidence crumbles into recklessness. Level 6, the commander. At this height, confidence becomes power over others. The commander radiates authority. They don't just challenge, they orchestrate. Their voice bends crowds. Their presence stabilizes chaos. Their silence commands more respect than another man's speech. This is where charisma fuses with psychology. Robert Greene, in the 48 Laws of Power, describes it. People crave direction. In uncertain times, the commander provides certainty, and in return, they receive loyalty, fear, and obedience. Napoleon Bonaparte embodied this. Soldiers said he could march them to death with a single glance because his belief in victory was contagious. Psychologists call this transformational confidence. It not only sustains itself but multiplies in others. The commander makes people feel stronger simply by standing near him. But power at this level carries risk. Enemies gather. Followers project their hopes onto you. The fall from here is not personal, it is historical. Level 7, the untouchable. Now we reach the summit. The untouchable does not chase confidence. They are confidence. Their presence bends the atmosphere, their silence suffocates opponents. Their words, when they choose to speak, echo like prophecy. This is not arrogance. This is not charisma. It is transcendence. A state where self-doubt has been annihilated, where external judgment cannot penetrate. Jung might call it individuation, the complete integration of shadow and self. Nietzsche would call it the Übermensch, the one who creates his own values. The untouchable does not merely influence crowds, they alter history. Think of Marcus Aurelius on the throne, unshaken while Rome burned. Think of Mandela after decades in prison, walking out not with bitterness, but with a presence that disarmed even his enemies. This level is terrifying because it cannot be bought, faked, or imitated. The untouchable is beyond manipulation, beyond praise, beyond fear. They are not playing the game of confidence anymore. They have become the board on which the game is played. In their presence you feel two things: awe and the painful recognition of how far you still are. So, where are you? Are you still hiding in the shadows, invisible? Are you wearing the mask, desperate for approval? Or are you climbing toward mastery, toward presence, toward command? Most of you will never touch level 7. Many will not even escape level 2. But a rare few, those who dare to confront themselves, who are willing to suffer, to build, to transform, may rise to the untouchable. The question is not if it's possible. The question is if you have the courage. Comment below, I rise above. If you refuse to remain trapped in the lower levels, and ask yourself every day, which level am I truly at? because confidence is not a gift. It is a war, and the battlefield is your own mind.